This is the On Fire Show. Waiting. This is like the third or fourth times we're trying to get Maurice Delk on. This is the On Fire Show. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and waiting for Maurice Delk. And we're having these technical difficulties, but hopefully everything will be all right because we're logging on and you're on live, and I want people to hear what we got to say and some of the things that we're talking about. And so, Maurice Delk, are you there? He has to log on with his phone. And so, okay, Maurice Delk is watching. My brother is watching. I'm here. You're there. I can't log you in. There's no, I can't bring me on camera. I'm adding Maurice Delk on the camera. There you go. And I'm waiting for you to log on. Yes. Waiting for Maurice Delk to come on. We're adding you. I'm adding you, my brother. Are you there? And it's going to take about a couple seconds for him to come on. And we're waiting. This is the On Fire Show with the host, Daryl Brooks. And hey. Oh.
All right, I'm here. I'm here. Hey, we had a delay, man.
Oh, man.
This does never happen to me.
Oh, wow. Okay, how you doing? I hope you're feeling good.
I'm feeling good. I ain't got to get no stitches.
Ain't nobody cut you, did it? Ain't no woman cut you, did she? Your woman ain't cut you, right?
No, ain't no woman cut me, man. It ain't no Miss Sophia. I don't mess with the Miss Sophia.
Hey, no woman cut you. How you doing? How you doing today, my brother?
Hey, I'm pretty good, my bro. I'm pretty good, man. I
went to go see I went to go see Panther today. It was a good movie. Have you saw that yet?
Oh, it was good?
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, I'm actually gonna go see it Tuesday.
Okay, it's a good movie and exciting, and it was hello Amber. Amber is watching. And
all right.
And wow, we got a lot of people watching. And it was a great movie. And I suggest everybody go see it because it's an exciting movie. It's a cultural, historical, exciting movie, and a lot of great graphics and excitement, and great acting. Man, Angela Bassett, I think Michael Jordan was in it, and a lot of I can't think of the name of the actor, but the main actor. It was just an awesome movie, and it's something that a movie that everybody should go see. Now, the reason why I brought you on because you're part of this tour, and it's going to be an awesome tour. And when I had talked to you a few days ago, told you about the tour, people were like very excited about this tour, and we're going all across the country, especially in the East Coast, from all the way from we're starting in Delaware. And we're going all the way. We're starting in Delaware. We're going to be stopping in Baltimore. We're going a lot of cities: Baltimore, Richmond, Virginia, Norfolk, Raleigh, North Carolina, Charlotte, and then we're going to Columbia, We're going to South Carolina. We're going to Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Ohio, Chicago, Tennessee. St. Louis, New Orleans, we come to your town, and we come to Chicago. We're going to Cleveland. So, the thing is, we're going to be talking about all these, dealing as men, going to these communities and talking about some serious issues. We all know that the Democrats, socialists, basically have hijacked the communities, these community areas, and a lot of people are failing in these areas. So I guess it's our job to go in there and kind of give them a boost. And we're bringing a constitution, and we're going to be talking about some serious issues out there. And Amber says, come to Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky. Wow. And so, we come into these areas, and, it's going to be exciting. So what do you think about this tour? You missed Texas.
I think it's a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's wonderful, and our voices, your voice, my voice, and our voices, especially in the minority, need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to talk to these. We need to get plantation-minded people. We just get it through that thick skull. We need to get it to that thick skull, man. Like what's really going on.
Yeah.
And they don't live in reality. See, we are in reality mode, and we're trying to show people that, hey, we outside the box thinkers, you know what I'm saying? Look, the white man ain't out to get you. The white man ain't out to get you. You know what I'm saying? So you can get out and do what you do. You can do what you need to do. Ain't nobody out to get you. You know what I'm saying? We got this. We can sit up there. We can accomplish a lot in life. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see people like myself, yourself, you know, and Jermaine and all of us. You know, we could be that voice. We need to be that voice, y'all, because this is an emergency. This is an emergency right now. This country, this black community, I'm just saying this black community need to hear our voice more than ever. For real. Yeah. We that voice right now.
Yeah, you know, and it'll be me, yourself, Ty Turner, Tommy the Gun, Minor Jamal, and Jermaine. And so it's going to be something. And also, you know, I talked to you earlier, you know, Culture Freedom wants to be a part of this tour. Now, Culture Freedom was Poor Righteous Teachers. Yeah. So you got, you know, definitely someone who is a good example of hip hop and who knows how to educate the people. Yes. And so, you know, that's something that is exciting because, you know, we're all talented in our own right in different areas. And we're going to talk to them about education, talk to them about jobs, talking about politics, talk to them about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. You know, we're going to be talking about, you know, you can change, you know, we can uplift yourself, and that we're rising, you know, and rising, and, you know, there's no need for young brothers to go to prison, robbing, killing, and stealing, and there's a lot of violence in these areas. So it's our job to go in these communities and uplift people, and it's serious, and and we have to do this because it's a great tour, and we're going to be doing Facebook Live all through the tour, and we're going through our RV, and you know that's one of the things is that, you know, we'll have all these great discussions. We're in our RV. We're going to these restaurants and in the city areas. We're going to the barbershops. We're going to talk about issues on education. Also, you know, justice system. We're going to be talking about immigration. You know, where do these brothers stand on immigration? You know, and they'll tell you where they stand on immigration, the illegal immigration. We're going to be talking about this issue on, you know, what is a man, what do you believe in, especially when it comes to transgenderism. All this the crazy stuff that the democratic liberal socialists, what they were trying to push on the inner cities, as though we believe in the foolishness.
They're trying to push. They're trying to push. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put it. They're trying to push the stuff that ain't of God's. I'm just saying they're trying to push. They're trying to push hate. They're trying to push stuff that is not normal, but they're trying to make it normal.
Make it normal, yeah.
You know, they're trying to make it normal, but it really ain't normal. It's really something that's an agenda that trying to destroy the population, and that's what they are trying to do is to destroy the population. You know, they want to depopulate you know what I'm saying, this country. You know, and it's their agenda. I mean, it's common sense. You know what? I see it through common sense, man. It's something that I see. It's something that I'm researching. It's something that you really don't have to research. It's something that you could just see. I mean, can you see what's going on?
Yeah, and what I believe, and I know that most people in the inner city, especially brothers who we're going to talk to, so like, you know, they really don't believe in a lot of certain things the liberal agenda and the Democrats support, but you know, their voices are not being heard. So we're going into these inner city areas and say, listen, you're on Facebook Live. We're going to be recording this. We're sending this all over the country. What really do you believe in? And you know, and the whole liberal policies, you know, have basically failed the inner city. I mean, when you have inner city schools, we have kids that are graduating from the 12th grade. With a 4th and 5th grade reading level and math level. You know, how can they be successful like that when they're dropping out of school, when they're going into prison, when we have young boys believing that they can be girls, young girls believing that they can be boys, you know what I mean? And well, yeah, Yeah, and so, and that's one of the things, and we're going to be talking about what do you think about the illegal immigration? You know, when we're going to be going in these barbershops, getting haircuts. You know, I know you can't get a haircut, but you,
nah, I make them get a
you
shave.
may get a shave,
you know,
but the idea is sitting in the barbershop talking with people and they say, you know, what really do you believe? CNN says this, MSNBC says this, and New York Times says this, but what do you really believe? And, you know, that's important, what we need to do. But, you know, I want to also talk about if people, and we really need your support. We really need your support. We have a GoFundMe page. We are trying to raise $10,000 for the first 2 tours, and we really need your help. So we really need y'all to go to this GoFundMe page and give, you know, something, at least $10 or more.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to make this happen. We're trying to change things in our communities. And we as conservative individuals and conservative men, you know, we're going in these areas and we're saying, listen, you know, we will make a change. And then we're ending up, I think September 3rd at the mother of all rallies with Timing a Gun. So, you know, we need your support. We really need your support because we have RV, we need food, we need literature. You know, we need a lot of different things, but we know that the conservatives will come through because it's important. You know, it's important to push a conservative message. You know, and you know, and that's what that will change the inner city areas. That a conservative message, a true message, a message of freedom. And you know, and we look at our president. You know, he's making America great again. He's changing things.
Yep.
You know, people are getting jobs, and people are starting to believe in this president. And you know, we have CNN and MSNBC. They're doing that covert thing. You know, they're trying to basically destroy this country. You know, and you know, it's our jobs to stand up for truth, stand up for justice, stand up for freedom, stand up for liberty. Yeah. So you know, and all inner city areas should hear this message, and suburban. Yeah.
Yep. Everybody needs to hear the message. I mean, every single body's, you know, our voice count. Everybody else's voice count. It's just not our voice over here. You know what I'm saying? Despite us doing the traveling, it's everybody's voice. You guys have that voice too. You are part of this. We all are part of this On Fire Tour. We all part of this. You know, all we have to do is do our part in this because we're trying to. I mean, I ain't gonna say trying to. We are going to help this country. We're going to help make this country great again. It don't just start with, it ain't just about our president. It's about us too. You know what I'm saying? It's about us, the people. So you are all the people. We, the people, have to come together. We, the people that have to, because things are going to get worse before it get better. But we have to be prepared.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely. You know, we have to be prepared to fight and challenge each other, and because this system, you know, what's been happening. This system has been destroying the inner city areas for years. You know, this liberalism and this leftist personalities and on television. You know, and so it is sad because you know our children are suffering out there, and people are suffering. So, you know, as people of God, you know, we have to stand up for what's right. You know, my hero, Martin Luther King, and he made a great quote. And, you know, he talked about God is in the shadows. And God is just definitely in the shadows watching us. He said, true forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne, yet that scaffold sways the future. And behind the dim unknown stands God within the shadows, keeping watch above his own. God he's definitely in the shadows watching us. And he's waiting to see what we're going to do. Are we going to sit there and allow the enemy to take down this country and change this country? And 10, 15, if we don't stand up and we don't fight, then this country, you know, what will this country be like in 15, 20 years? You know, if we don't stand up and fight, you know, when you have, even if when you have the Democratic leftists trying to take away guns, you know, they don't believe in the Second Amendment. You know, a right to bear arms to protect yourself.
Bear arms, right?
You know, and that's important. And so, and you know, there are a lot of people don't know. It's, you know, you do have a right to protect yourself. You have a natural right to protect yourself, and we need your support to speak about this message, to preach this message, to go into the inner city areas and talk about, you know, how do you feel about illegal immigration? Are you prepared to help build that wall? You know, build that wall. That's important.
You know,
do you really believe in transgenderism and you believe in is it okay for a man to marry a man and a woman to marry a woman? And these things are important because, you know, CNN and MSNBC have it believed you by watching them. They say all the inner city people they support this madness. They support illegal immigration. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking, right, like when we in these inner cities, I'm just saying by experience. I remember last September, I was on the west side of Chicago. I went over there with a Trump shirt on and with a Trump hat on there. No, it was just a Trump shirt on. And they looked at me, and there was a bunch of dudes on the corner hustling. And I walked up to them and I said, "Oh, you a Trump supporter?" Like, yeah. "Oh, don't worry about it. Be cool. I want to hear your point of view." And I told them, "Move with this." And the one dude come up to me, a black dude, said, "Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Trump, my dude, man. He a gangster, man. I messed with Trump." You know what I'm saying? They all black dudes agree with me. They on there hustling on the corner. I got that lie. They said they're hustling. I mean, it's not just that. Every time I go to a black neighborhood, seriously, most of the time they look at me. They don't. It ain't what the news say, man. The news don't know what they're talking about. But we that voice. And believe it or not, a lot of them do listen to us. Will listen to us because they know that we ain't just no suburban dudes. They know that. They're like, "Hold on, man. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you."
We all grew up
It's a lot of pro-black tell me. Yeah. There's a lot of pro-blacks tell me with their own mouth, like, "I'm not a Trump supporter, but Hillary is worse than Trump." Hey, at least you deal with someone that's more open. Hillary is a freaking snake. I hear that from pro-black people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even though they'll feel Trump is a racist, at least I'd rather deal with an openly racist than a undercover racist. At least Trump says what's on his mind. I'm not saying Trump is racist. I'm just telling what they feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a Black Panther chick said that. Someone said he a Trump supporter. Well, at least he dealt with openly racist. I don't respect them, the people that mess with them Democrats. I hear this from pro-black people's mouth.
Yeah.
They respect myself before they respect anybody that's on the Democratic plantation. And that's facts.
Yeah. And, you know, and one of the things, you know, people, they do say about Trump, at least with Trump, they say in the cities, we know what we're dealing with. He's telling us, you know, what he believes in. And, you know, and when you deal with Hillary Clinton, you don't know what she stands for. And, you know, we talk about the Clintons. And, you know, I tell people this. You know, Hillary Clinton and the Clintons, you know, especially Bill Clinton, when he was president of the United States, more African Americans went to jail in any period in history under the '94 crime bill. And Hillary Clinton was called African American boys super predators. And so, you know, a lot of African Americans, you know, they don't forget that. We didn't forget that. A lot of women did not vote for Hillary Clinton because they remember the '94 crime bill, and you know, they remember that these problems, you know, then they, you know, so, and to remember that, you know, that Bill Clinton, you know, all the with the Monica Lewinsky, you know, and that the sadness that here's a man who's the president of the United States that would you know, have oral sex in the White House and whatever, and his wife is there. And as Hillary Clinton, how could you stand and deal with a man that had sex with a woman in the White House, but also he had sex with women when he was governor, had numerous times when he was cheating on Hillary Clinton, and she supported him. So, you know, what that tells you, he's a liar. And that tells you, you know, what you're dealing with. And so, you know, it's all about power with the Clintons. It's all about how they think and what they did to Haiti and the Clinton Foundation. She is, Teresa Hillary is a super criminal, a repeat offender. And that's what Hillary is saying. That's what Teresa's saying about Hillary. I mean, you know, people, we have to stand up for what's right. We have to do the right thing. And, you know, you have to do the right thing. We have to protect our president, stand by our president. And, you know, but what we're doing is historical, because to have of men like this we have our own talk shows on Facebook Live, we're on podcasts, we're on different venues of over the internet. So we really need your support. We really need you. I'm on the GoFundMe page right now, and if you look on this GoFundMe / On FireTour, and we really need your support. We've raised about $100, and hopefully we can do more. That we really need your support. And this is a tour that we're going into the inner cities, and we're going to sit down with brothers in the area. And, you know, and we're going to pass out the Constitution. We're looking at buying about 5,000 small pocket constitutions and pass them out. Talk to them about the Constitution. Talk to them about you don't have to be, when we go in these inner cities, the Democrats, and you don't have to be so crazy about these Democrats when they have lied to you. And we're going to tell them, listen, you need to really, you have to change your party. You can't be a Democrat any longer. And the Democrats have totally failed you. When you look at Congress, you look at the Democratic mayors, you look at what they have done. Like your schools are falling apart. More kids are going to jail. When I talk to young kids and when to talk about this whole thing of transgenderism, and they're looking at, okay, where did this come from? They don't quite understand this. And and it's okay that illegal immigrants to come in this country and drive and get on welfare and get and go to hospitals and not pay anything, and take our jobs because they're illegal. They are illegal, and they don't quite understand it. How could you not get deported back to your country when they commit crimes? I mean, they have committed so many horrendous crimes in the African American community, and the liberal Democrats are supporting them, and they want to keep them here when it's wrong. When listen, we conservatives, we don't have no problem with legal immigration, and legal immigration is the right way. But when you come here legally and then you commit crimes, and then you have these sanctuary cities, when you have sanctuary cities like Camden, Trenton, New Jersey, Newark, Philadelphia, we're Chicago, Los Angeles, these mayors, I mean, all over the country, there should be some talk with the president. Listen, if these mayors keep supporting sanctuary cities, then we have to lock some of these mayors up.
Thank you.
Lock them up.
You know what I'm saying? Lock them up.
These mayors up that support sanctuary cities, my brother. I mean, I can see session right now. I mean, it's important that we have to do this. We have to stand up. We have to, stand up for truth. What do you think? I mean, should we lock some of these mayors up? Some of these mayors should be locked up.
Heck yeah, we should lock them up. You know what I'm saying? Because they are part of the problem. Because that is part of they are all the problem. Sanctuary cities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, them the ones are promoting transgenderism. I'm just saying these mayors right there that they're promoting fake body parts. I'm just saying.
Yeah, can you imagine grandma?
They're very liberal.
Yeah, can you imagine? And understand this. My grandmother down in St. Mary's, Georgia, she God bless her, she read the Bible to me, and she was a Democrat, but she never thought that the Democrats would take this into a totally another level, even with transgenderism. I mean, it's okay for a man to be a woman, and we have to protect our family and our children, and it's sad. I remember watching the Effie Awards, and can you imagine, when he won what's the guy name? I can't think of his name right now. Bruce Jenner, and he won the Arthur Ashe Award. Arthur Ashe Award for heroics. I mean, can you imagine what Arthur Ashe is he's rolling over in his grave, what his family thinks of Bruce Jenner winning the Courage Award? What is the courage about putting on a dress and taking medicine to be like a woman? What is that courage?
Courage is being a man or being a real woman. That's courage.
Yeah.
Being a man or a real woman, which God have created.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's sad. And I can't think of the yeah. And what is the other the veteran the one guy he was locked up and Obama gave him a pardon. Now he's Obama commuted his sentence. Now he's thinking about running for mayor, running for Senate, and I can't think of his name. And
somebody was out.
Huh? I mean, it's you know, I mean, they deeply people are serious mental orders coming out of the closet and think it's okay when you said it right, when it's okay when abnormal turns into normal.
Yeah.
What has always been wrong is now it's right because the liberal media says it's right, and we have our and the thing about it, you know, I want to tell the audience this, you know, it's not just in the African American community, it's in all the communities, white and Hispanic areas.
Oh.
When young kids, you know, they're suffering because the lack of education, the lack of God, the lack of understanding what the Constitution is about, and the liberal media is controlling their minds. And even on Facebook, you see some of the madness, what's happening to our young kids and some of the things they're doing. You know, some of the talk shows, you know, are controlled by the liberal mind, the left. Yes, and some of the talk shows, some of the movies that we watch, you know, are totally far left. And you know, and I just say this: we have inner city kids and suburban kids, black and white, who are lack the educational understanding to know what is right or wrong.
Yep, they suffer from the lack of knowledge. They suffer. You know, we need to help free these slaves. I'm just saying, we need to help free them slaves. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. Look at 1800, 1700, right? There was no electricity back then, you know what I'm saying? They were slave physically, right? Now, you got electricity, they are mentally slave now. I mean, ain't nothing new under the sun. We got to help get these people off that plantation. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of them don't want to walk by faith and get off. Same way what happened back then is people that don't want to walk by faith and get off. They feel that they can't make it in the North. Same way today. They feel they can't make it in the North. They can't make it in the South. You know? Yeah. They got to be free.
Yeah, and you know, I like the audience to know, you know, talk a little about yourself, Mo, and where you come from.
You know, man, I'm gonna make a long story short though. Yeah, make a long story short, I was born and raised in the city of Chicago. You know, I'm born on the west side and on the north side as I got a little older. And man, I have banged. I used to gang bang. I was locked up 17 times when I was younger. I'm an ex-felon. I've been there, done that. And I wasn't just one of them dudes just getting caught because I was innocent. I wasn't innocent. I was doing things, and I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I saw some things in my life, and I made a make a long story short, I made a transition out of my life. And when I made a transition out of my life, you know, I have my life have turned around, and I'm still bold. The thing is, I still had that bold attitude that I had when I was gangbanging. I took that. People ask me, like, do you regret what you've been doing back then when you were younger? I said, it was meant to happen because I wouldn't have this common sense what I had, you know. But I grew up in a rough life, you know. I was terrible. You know, so I used to walk up. I ain't ashamed to tell nobody. I used to walk up and stick people up. I've done that when I was young. I've been there, you know. But I'm a changed man, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm going to go after these fake people. I'm going to go after these, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go after these politicians, you know what I'm saying? See, use what I did back in the days, and I'm going to use it in a good way, you know, because a lot of times God allow you to go through things. So I have went through it so I can learn about the system, learn about the streets, learn about crooked politicians, learn about that. So since I've learned about that, you know what? These politicians can't get over me. They can't. I look right through. You can use the biggest word in the book, and I come with you one little word and shut you down. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. That's why this is the time that we need non-politicians here right now more than ever. We need non-politicians. That's why it was allowed for Trump to come in here in this office, you know what I'm saying? And we got real people like we doing. Our vision is going to the streets. This isn't our vision. That's what we are doing, what we are going to do. But if y'all want to know about me, man, I am Mo Delk, and I have no filter. I say what the hell I want to say. I mean, that's just the way I am.
Yeah,
if it's on my mind, I'm going to say it.
And that's great. You know, in the Bible, God used Moses. Yep. And you know, he always uses individuals that aren't perfect. And you know, no one in the Bible was perfect except our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And he always used people that were imperfect to make big changes. And you know, we all have passed, we all have made mistakes, and you know, I made mistakes.
Yes.
I've had serious issues, and you know, in dealing with you know, society and challenging myself and my family and other individuals, and being an activist for so many years. And it's serious out there. And but you know, the idea is that you know, we're all changing, and we're making, you know, this country has to change. This country has made major mistakes, and it's our job to stand up and do what's right and speak about these mistakes and change. You know, we're all not perfect. Yes. There's no perfect individual. There has never been a perfect country, a state or city or politician, and especially the politicians who continue to lie. And a lot of people are angry, upset with the whole political system for lying and being deceived. You know, and especially the Democrats who continuously lie over and over again.
Especially.
Yeah. You know, and that's saying that there's also Republicans that have failed us too. So the Republicans have failed, Democrats have failed, and we're all trying to make this country better. You know, I remember when President Trump talked about the whole Iraq war, he didn't agree with it. And, you know, and the weapons of mass destruction, you know, and there was no mass destruction. But the idea is that, you know, we as people have to always continuously do the right thing. You know, even when, you know, God knows we're not perfect, and we're going to make some mistakes. We're going to do some things wrong. But, you know, all he asks is to believe in him, you know, and so as long as we believe, we'll be a better people and a better country. And so that's what we're trying to promote. We're trying to get it in these areas, in inner city areas, and talk to young people. Talk to old people, talk to people who have gone the wrong way, and that's what it's all about, my brother. You know, and we need your help. We need help, and we're going to the conservative brothers and sisters, and when I say brothers and sisters, white brothers, Spanish brothers, African American brothers, you know, you're conservative and you believe in the Constitution, and you believe that what we're doing is the right thing. We need your support. So if you can go to GoFundMe/On FireTour, you know, to support this cause. We've raised but $100, and we're trying to raise by $10,000 by April 2nd. We're going on this tour, and so you know, that's what's going to cost. We need a RV. We're going to raise money for food, hotel. We're going to have pass out at least 5,000 pocket constitutions. We're going to be speaking in these areas, and you know, it's going to take a lot of time and gas, and you know, it's going to be historical, and you get to watch all of us talk about a lot of things on the Facebook Live during this tour, interviewing young people, older people, and you know, if you're in the inner city and you're struggling and you don't quite understand, you know, what's happening. We are the ones that going into the inner cities areas and talking to them. We're going to be telling them, listen, you can change. You don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to believe in this liberalism.
Right.
You know, you don't have to believe. You can speak up. You can stand up. You can challenge your politicians. You know, you can. You know, if you look, let's look what happened to Flint, Michigan, in the water. Failure of a political party, Democrat Party. Look at Chicago.
Yep, a failure.
Look at Chicago.
Ooh, you know, don't get me on Chicago.
The murders, the rapes, the killings. Look at all these New Jersey and Camden and Baltimore. And, you know, even in Ferguson is Democrat. You know, look what the Democrats have done to these cities, especially when it comes to African Americans and the failure of the Democratic Party. We can stand up, we can speak out, and that's what we're talking about. You know, that's important. Go ahead.
Pay attention, y'all. That's very important. Pay attention. You know, look at the track record, what the Democrats have done.
Yeah.
Don't look at what they're doing now. Look at the track record. I'm talking about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 3 years ago. Look at the track. Won't y'all do some tracking? You know, you order something from a UPS, and you see the tracking number, you see the tracking right here. Nope, there was right here. Track them. Look at the tracking, man. Look at the tracking record, man. The tracking record. If you look at the tracking record, it's very accurate. It's very on point. It matches up very well. I'm serious, y'all. It matches up very well. Look at the track record. Go look at the history of the Democratic Party from the beginning into now.
Oh yeah, yeah. You look at, and you look at the father of liberalism, and Woodrow Wilson, and what he did. It's oh my, when I talk to some of these young Democrats and liberals, I was at this college, and they love Woodrow Wilson. He started the Federal Reserve. Oh my God, the progressive tax. He did all these crazy things that basically changed America. And it's sad. And it was a Democrat. Now check this out. It was he showed a Democrat from New Jersey, and I'm sorry, he's from New Jersey, Democrat. Woodrow Wilson showed the racist movie Birth of a Nation, and these are Democrats. If you look and let's go on until the 1970s. In the 60s. John F. Kennedy. You know what I mean? And John F. Kennedy. You look at Lyndon Johnson. What he did as a. Lyndon Johnson.
I ain't gonna say it.
During Lyndon Johnson, right? The war on poverty did absolutely nothing. Did nothing with the Vietnam War, but escalated the Vietnam War, and then under him, Martin Luther King was assassinated. So it's terrible, yeah. And then it took a Republican. Yes, it took a Republican to end the Vietnam War. So yes, that's important. Who was that Republican? Nixon. Yeah, he did some crazy stuff, wild stuff, but at least he ended the Vietnam War. And so,
hey.
And so
tell us some good stuff.
And so it's Democrats, or when it comes down to it, they have lied, they have stole, they have as what Malcolm said, you've been hoodwinked. You know what I mean? You've been bamboozled in these Democratic areas. And so because one of the things is when a Democrat fail or hurting, who do they blame? They like to blame the Republicans. But I mean, you can't blame the Republicans for Camden. You can't blame the Republicans for Chicago, Flint, Michigan.
Yep.
All these areas that the Democrats, and that's what they do. They blame. It's the Republicans' fault when things don't go right. Who they blame? It's the Republicans' fault.
Right.
Yeah. But when do they look at the blame themselves? They have failing educational system, no jobs, high crime rate, high violence rate, high, kids are in school. I mean, there are kids in these Democratic areas that are, at 10 years old, 11 years old, fighting, stabbing. You look at Philadelphia. I mean, they have these mob kids in these areas, and they get out of class. 300 or 400 students walk out of school and start rioting.
Yeah.
And so, where they're, how do they think, and where is the faith? Where's God and where's the product, the product of the great 60s and 70s? And people are hurting. Right. These young kids are hurting, and they don't understand why they're hurting.
Really bad.
Huh?
They don't understand it. They don't understand why they're hurting. They think they're being helped. They think they are growing, but they are really their growth is being shortened. They're not growing. They are hurting. And the Democratic Party, the Democratic plantation is hurting these young people. Communism is hurting them. They're hurting our next generation because they want to destroy us. They want to destroy us. So that's why they are hurting us. They want to hurt the next generation.
Yes.
They want a new world order.
Yeah. And we got about there. There's Kim said hi, Mo, and hi. And is there any questions that you want to ask us right now? You got people who are watching, and we have a few more minutes. But is there any questions that the people that are watching want to ask me or Mo? And just like you're doing a lot of talking on here, so it's you're making little comments. Is there any questions y'all want to ask?
Any questions, anybody? Any questions?
This is the On Fire show, and I have my man Mo Delk on, and Adrian that says good evening, Mo. And so
what's up, Adrian?
Adrian.
Adrian.
So,
Adrian.
Right. So and like I said, we want people. Can we get someone on this, say they'll donate to this tour, and share this? Can we get someone right now that says I will donate to this tour and I will support this tour and I will support our efforts? Make some comments and say yes, I will get on after the show and go to the GoFundMe. This is right on the On Fire and is on Mo Delk Reese. I just joined. What is it about? You're done with work, and we're challenging. We're going into these areas, and we're going to be challenging the inner cities, and we're going to talk to them about conservatism. We're going to talk to them about changing the way they think. They will, after this tour is over, we will make it'll be a historic tour, and so yes, it will. And we're going in these areas, and we're going to make a difference. We will make a difference. Nothing is stopping us, and the only thing stopping us if we don't have enough. But we should have enough for this tour. But we need your help. We need your support, because conservatism is where it's at. And we need to speak about these issues. We need to go in these democratic hellholes and challenge the people and wake the people up and start a conservative, we need to start a conservative revolution in these areas, and speak about and that's what it's all about.
All right. Yes. We got a question. He said, why the Clintons so popular?
Why is Clinton so popular? I think because also the media, and Clinton was always, he was a part of that different generation, and and the economy did pretty good under Clinton, and people made money, but but still, Clinton would probably been a great president, but he made some serious mistakes. And like I said, '94 crime bill. Him having oral sex with Monica Lewinsky. He did some evil stuff, and people are, he went left, and his moral problem really destroyed his, presidency, and just the lying, and, it's because Clinton came out of Arkansas. Basically, he's a Southern boy. But we didn't know, a lot of us didn't know the history of the Clintons at the time, or in Arkansas with the things he did. The numerous times he cheated on his wife. A lot of people didn't know all about that. And and I think the reason why Clinton got elected, people don't know this. We was dealing with a bad economy under George Bush, Father Bush, and also Ross Perot helped Clinton get in office. Right. Ross Perot, he got about 17 million votes, and that helped Bill Clinton get elected. And he took about 11 to 12. He looked at like maybe I think 12 or 13% of the vote from George Bush. That those people that voted for Ross Perot would have never voted for Clinton, and so he damaged George Bush. So that's why Clinton got elected, and people don't know that. But Clinton's Bill Clinton's slick. That's why they always call him Slick Willie.
This dude, man, it's like, come on, Clinton. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, he cheated on his wife. He cheated on Hillary, But if I know how she was gonna turn out now, I'd have been like, go ahead, go ahead, cheat on her.
And I tell people this, I tell people this, Bill Clinton dismantled the Glass-Steagall Act, and because he dismantled the Glass-Steagall Act, you look at Wall Street and they will be able to do all these corrupt things under Bill Clinton and at Wall Street, and that's why I think it was in 2006, 7, 8, Wall Street almost collapsed. It's because of Bill Clinton, and Glass-Steagall Act. That was one of the reasons why he's deregulated Wall Street. And those people at Wall Street, they wanted to break the Glass-Steagall Act because they wanted to deregulate it so they can do their dirt. And that's one of the reasons why people, you know, the media they fell in love with Bill Clinton. They fell in love with him because, you know, he's a good-looking guy. He knew how to speak, and he was slick, and he would smile, and he was he was a hell of a politician, you know. And so, and you know, that's why they like this guy so much, and he's had a personality, you know. He was, you know, but yeah.
Got a question. Yeah, another question. He said, "Why are they so convincing to people?"
Well, the media. I think the media has pushed the Clintons, you know, and they don't want to tell the Clinton dirt. You know, they don't want to tell the Clinton dirt, and the media's left. You know, they don't want to talk about you know, the money. You know, if you know the debates, you know, they never talked about Haiti. Why didn't the media talk about Haiti and the Clintons stealing all the money from Haiti? If you ask any Haitian, any Haitian, they will tell you about the Clintons. They hate the Clintons, the Clinton Foundation. You know, there were millions of dollars that was raised, you know, raising for the people in Haiti. And people in Haiti didn't get that money. It was the Clinton Foundation that stole a lot of money from the Haitians. And so, you know, and ask anybody, look it up, Bill Clinton, the Clinton Foundation in Haiti. You know, they'll tell you. And the media is so, I mean, come on. The media is left, and that's why they hate the president. They hate Donald Trump. You know, and one of the things, and, you know, they hate him so much because he beat the Clintons. I mean, here's a president here's a man that never ran for office in his life. And he take down the two most powerful political families, I guess, in the past 40, 50 years. He took down the Bushes and he took down the Clintons. And so, and so that's why they hate this guy, because he took down the Clintons. See, Clinton, you know, Hillary Clinton feels that she should have been president right now. You know, she won the popular vote, and she feels that she should have been president. But you know, and Trump, the Trump team beat them at their own game, beat them at their own game. And now they're trying to do anything they can to take down this president, and they're not just trying to beat this guy, they're trying to destroy Trump, but they can't.
He's a gangster. That's why he can't control him, because he's a gangster. Trump is a G. You know what I'm saying? Trump is see, people won't say Trump is racist. Trump is hood. Trump from Queens, New York. Come on now, man. Trump a gangster. You know what I'm saying? You cannot outsmart a gangster. A politician cannot outsmart. I mean, the fake news, they cannot outsmart a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Real G's move silent. See, gangsters ain't about shooting nobody. Boom, 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 boom. Real G's move silent. And we move silent. When real gangsters move silent, you better watch out. You better watch out.
And he's a part of WWF. He's on the WWF. So he know how to body slam. You know, so I think what is Trump's a fighter, and Trump has the money and the knowledge he knows not to back down. He doesn't back down. Right. And that's what we need. We need a president that, you know, that tells you the truth. You need a president that will never back down. He's not gonna be a punk. And you know, and what I mean by punk, you know, you just can't tell him anything. You're not just gonna, you know, you can't push your fear, and you're challenging him, and he's not gonna back down. He's not afraid, you know, to fight a good fight. And that's what I mean by being a punk. You know, not being a punk. He's not afraid. He's not, as we call in the inner cities, you know, people punk is someone who's feared, you know, who just run away from a fight. And he's run away. Yeah, and he's not going to run away from a fight. He's going to stand up and speak what's on his mind. You know, and that's why I like Trump, because, you know, he says what's on his mind. At least you know what you're dealing with, and so you know what you're dealing with. And I can rather deal with. I can tell people there's a lot of blacks in the inner city. They know what listen. Okay, Trump believes this, or you know, he want to build a wall. He's going to build a wall. You know, that's what that's what I like. He wants to fix the economy. He wants to make America great again, and he wants to fix the economy. He wants to bring jobs to these areas that have lost their jobs in corporate, and so that's what he wants. And I like to say this also, you know, we have to stand up, people. We have to do the right thing. We have to educate ourselves for these jobs of the 21st century. And I tell people this, you know, we need, listen, people who are watching, we need more engineers. We need people that are science. We need science degrees, engineering degrees. We need
engineering degrees,
mathematics.
Engineering degrees. We need.
We need these type of jobs. So we need these type of skills to do these 21st century jobs. And so, yeah. I mean, that's important. These 21st century jobs will take us to the next level. You know, and you know, that's what it's about: educating ourselves, educating our children. Making sure, you know, you just can't, I tell people, yes, he's the president, but you just can't leave it to him to fix everything, because we have to fix it. We have to stand up. We have to make sure.
You just at the next level.
Yeah. We have to make.
You just at the next level. The next level.
The next level. We are the next level. You know, we have to make sure our schools are great schools. We have to make sure that the violence in our community stops. We have to stand up. We have to go to our mayors. We have to go to our governors and challenge these sanctuary cities. We have to organize. We have to protest and fight for what we believe in. Am I right, brother? Go ahead.
Man, fight for what we believe in. We gotta fight. You know, we need. I'm telling y'all, we need jobs. You know, we need jobs. We need jobs. Jobs will help make America great again. We need jobs. You know, we don't need welfare. We don't need welfare. They want to put welfare on us. We don't need welfare. You know, we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that free stuff, because all it do is keep us stuck. We need the jobs, everybody. Everybody, help. Let's help make this country great again. Let's help make us safe again. It's time to get color out of it. It's time. It's time to get oppression out of it. Once we get all Hollywood words out of this, we're gonna be fine, y'all. We gonna be fine. This is our time to shine. This is our time. Dear Democrats, dear leftists that's in the Democratic plantation, this is your time to shine. You just gotta want to shine. If you want it, you know how people say you gotta want it. If you go to a rehab, you gotta want to get off them drugs. You're gonna want to get off that alcohol. You gotta want it first. If you are on the Democratic plantation, you gotta want to get off that Democratic plantation. You're gonna have to want to get off food stamps. You're gonna have to want it first. You can't depend on them. You can't be like, oh, what are they gonna do to take my food stamp away? If they take the food stamp away, oh well, you can get your job. It's better opportunities. Get out.
Hello?
Lazy butt and go ahead and work.
Yeah. And one of the things, you know, you're definitely right. And when it talks about these jobs, but like I said before, we have to prepare ourselves. You have to prepare our young kids to focus on what the right type of education, the right type of degrees that they can go out there and get jobs, that they can go out there and get a job in engineering, mathematics, science, and the technology and computer science, and you know, and English, you know, and all these different degrees that will make sure your child gets the best type of jobs. That we don't have to worry about other people from other countries, especially from India and all these other countries that can come over here and take our young kids' jobs. And one of the problems is that, you know, we have a younger generation, this generation, who are not educated enough to do certain types of jobs. And so it is our way, is our job to speak out about these issues and speak to our listeners, say, listen, make sure and educate your kids. Make sure when your kids graduate from the 12th grade, they're on a 12th grade reading and 12th grade math level, and they go to a college that they can get educated in. Not these liberalism colleges, but these colleges that they can make sure that they can get the best education and get a great job. And we have to do that. I have the responsibility. Mo has a responsibility. All of us have a responsibility to our own society and young people out there, and that's what we have this more responsibility for this tour, is that we're going in these areas and we're going to be speaking truth, and we're going to be you don't have to be on welfare. You don't have to listen to those liberalism political parties that basically want to destroy your communities. Want your kid to believe, okay, it's okay for a man to be a woman to be a man. It's okay, for a man to dress like a woman and go into a woman's bathroom. I mean, it's, the sanctuary cities are wrong. And especially in the cities, in the sanctuary cities, we have these illegal immigrants. They're racist. They hate America, and especially in the cities, they hate African Americans. This is why there's been a lot of illegal immigrants killing young African American children. I mean, I remember in Newark when these illegal immigrants, they were locked up at one time, but under the mayor let them go because it was a sanctuary city, and they went out in the park in Newark, and it was these young African American kids, and they were playing on a tennis court. What happened was this illegal immigrant got these young kids and forced them on the ground and shot them in the head and killed them. But they were illegal. They were already locked up. And if we had a president under Trump during at the time, they would have locked them up and sent them back to their country. And it's sad. And we have to stand up. And it's, I think what happened with Trump talked about with those MS-13s, what they did. And when they had the two parents, at his speech, and he talked about it, and it was and especially was so sad that the Democrats, these were Democrats, they did not stand. They just looked at them, and looked at these parents that their children were killed by MS-13. I mean, it was the most horrible thing when you look at the Democrats and what they didn't do, especially. These Democrats in the cities, they didn't stand for this. Yes, and
they did.
These parents lost their children. MS-13.
Yep. MS-13. See, I hear this from the horse's mouth. I hear this from Latinos in Chicago. See, I still talk to active gang members in Chicago, not former gang. I still talk to active gang members, and they tell me with their own mouth that. I hope Trump do be on office. They told me that they're on office because these illegals are taking off. I said, I already know. We've seen this stuff. It's been going on. It ain't nothing just started, which you already know that. We talk about that. It's something that's been going on, these illegals, And I want to say something to everybody. They want to say about Trump, how he racist. He don't like the illegals. He do this. The main people that was complaining about the illegals was the blacks in the 80s. The main people. That I've seen it with my own mouth. I heard it from my own ears. So I seen it with their own mouth. I read it with their own lips. I heard it. They said, I'm tired of them taking our job. I'm just telling you what I heard. So, why don't you go say the blacks are racist then?
Yeah.
In the black community that was complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, I've been here my whole life, and you got the people just got here, got these jobs, to get them all these dishwasher jobs. I heard the blacks complaining more than anything.
Yeah,
and they wasn't being racist.
And you're so right. And we have about a minute or two before we get off. And like I said, we'd really like for you all that are watching to go to www.gofundme /On FireTour. And please donate. On FireTour. Please. Or go to the On Fire show, or like the page On FireTour. And we need your help. We need your help. And we need your help. We go into these areas because we need the support. We need the financial support to travel and to buy food, and to also buy these constitutions and buy all types of literature about conservatism. And so we really need your support. And it's been an honor. And thank you. And Elizabeth, if you can support. Once we get off the show. We still have basically we only have $100, but we need your support. And after the show is over, we're going to be doing more shows talking about our tour. And after the show is over, we hope that you can donate and give, because this is something that we're trying to do and historical. And like I said, we got myself, Mo, and Ty Turner, Tommy the Gun, Mine Jamal, and Jermaine, and she says pin the site. How do we pin the site, Mo? Pin that site.
I don't know how to pin that. I don't know how to pin that. You just gotta I don't know how to pin it.
All right. Well, you know, we just want.
Oh, pin the site right here. Pin the site right here. You got to pin it. I don't know how to do that.
So we.
We'll just put it on on the site, the On Fire site. Just put it on there.
Just go to the On Fire show. On Fire show, the site where you see me and Mo are at, and On Fire show, and you can go to the GoFundMe .com/On FireTour, and support what we're trying to do. It's necessary, and you know, we're men of honor, we're men of God, and we're trying to make some changes.
Let me try this right now, y'all.
I'm gonna try this right now.
I'm gonna try this right now. I got my other phone. I'm gonna do this right here on Fire Show. Just go to the GoFundMe, right?
Yeah. GoFundMe.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go right here.
And Mo is gonna pin it out because it is necessary. We need your help, and you know, and we want everybody to push this.
Give me 1 minute, y'all.
Mo is okay. Mo.
Give me 1 minute. See, now they want to act up on me now. My internet connection is kind of like on here.
I'm trying, you know, I'm just trying to figure this out myself.
Yeah.
Are you on? Hello, everybody. We're trying to. Okay. All right. I'm putting it on now, so please hold on. It's www. Are you there, Mo?
I'm there. I'm there.
It's www.
Hold on. Let me get right here.
You got it?
My internet connection is kind of long.
Okay. I'm typing it in now.
Real quick.
GoFund me. Hold on, people. I know y'all waiting to support. GoFundMe. All right, we're working on it right now. This is the GoFundMe.com. We're going to do the / here we go. Okay, On Fire.
Okay, I got the. I'm actually taking a link of it right now, and I'm going to copy the link.
Okay.
I'm going to copy a link, and I'm going to go right here.
On FireTour. Okay.
I'm going to go right here and do this right here, y'all. So we got this. Here I go right here. Look at me right now. I'm going right here.
I also posted on there.
Okay.
Right. So we want you to go to support.
Here go to GoFundMe. I just supposed to GoFundMe right here.
Okay.
GoFundMe right here.
All right, cool. So if y'all can go on to GoFundMe to GoFundMe.com On FireTour, that would be a great help in support and give, and you know, as much as you can. If you can give $10, that'd be great. Anything that will support this. And
Yes.
you know, like I said,
anything, y'all.
anything you can help, we can do. Because we're conservatives, we need to stick with each other. We're standing. We're going into these inner city areas, and we're going to support this tour and support the people in the inner city areas. And if you want us to come to your town, you know, there was a comment, can we come to Texas? Well, we might come to Texas.
Yes. We'd love to come to
Texas. And so, like I said,
especially Houston. You hear that, Gina Nams? Especially Houston. Yeah.
This is the On Fire show, and like I said, Mo Delk, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I thank you for coming on here, and it's exciting because it's us doing the right thing, and as long as we do the right thing, God is with us. And Martin Luther King, I just want to quote Martin Luther King. I always quote Dr. King when he says that we're all caught up in this great inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. And he said, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly, and that I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be, and you can never be what you ought to be unless I am what I ought to be. Then he quotes the poet John Donne and says that no man is an island, every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. Then he goes on to say that any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind. Therefore, never know the sin to whom tells the bell tolls for thee. And that's what, you know, Dr. King believed. The bell tolls for thee. And that's what we're trying to do, and standing up and speaking out. And, you know, in fighting for the rights of the people and changing these minds. You know, in some of these inner city areas, the people are walking around like zombies, you know, and they're supporting the Democratic Party that is leftist. I mean, so far leftist, it's, you know, they can believe anything.
Yep.
And, you know, and so we're just standing up and speaking and taking this conservative message to the community. And so, like I said, I'd like to thank you, for Mo, for being on the show. And I'd like to thank you for being involved with this. And, you know, we're going to have a great time.
Anytime, brother.
We're going to do more shows talking about
too,
serious issues and talk about this country and our great president.
Amen.
So I'd like to thank you for coming on, my brother.
Anytime, my brother. Deuces. Much love, everybody.
Peace. All right. And I thank you all for watching. You have the link, and that was brother Mo Delk. And like I said, I would like to all y'all support this effort and support this tour. This is the On Fire show. It is Sunday, and I'm sitting here with my cup of coffee. I got to warm this coffee up. And the youth need guidance. Praise the Lord. That's right. And it takes us as conservatives, people who accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, who believe in God and helping this people, believe in God and country. So I thank you all. Yes, praise the Lord. And please support what we're trying to do. We need your help. And God willing, this tour will be a success. Thank you. God bless. Stay strong. Believe in God and country. Believe in our president. And challenge our president. And make sure our president stands up and be there for him. And you got to challenge the president, challenge the Congress. Make sure that everything is done right. Because it's about us. We're a democracy, and democracy means the rule of the people, and the people shall rule. God bless.